Donald Trump said that if he was president during this administration, the Russia-Ukraine war would have never happened. But is that true?
We have a war that would have never happened if I was president.
How different would Trump have handled the situation than Biden? For starters, Biden has provided Ukraine with continued military support, as well as affirming their territorial integrity. On the other hand, we know that Trump has been a very controversial president who handles things untraditionally and attempts to contribute to peace around the world. The former U.S. President Donald Trump, who is no stranger to headlines, has been claiming that he can end the Russo-Ukrainian war in only one day.
Russians and Ukrainians, I want them to stop dying. And I'll have that done in 24 hours. I'll have it done. You need the power of the presidency to do it.
But you won't say that you want Ukraine to win.
You know what I'll say? I'll say this. I want Europe to put up more money because they're in for 20 billion, we're in for 170, and they should equalize.
He insists on the strength of his relationship with the at-war presidents and his ability to settle a deal. At a presidential rally, he convinced the cheering Republicans that he could prevent World War III and have the war settled before he steps foot in the Oval Office. The problem is, war is not that simple. This has been a very complicated war from the beginning, and the critical needs of Ukrainian citizens are being filled by humanitarian assistance from Ukrainian allies. European countries have provided refuge for over 8 million Ukrainians, with an estimated 90% of them being women and children. Countries like Poland, Czechia, Germany, and more are enrolling Ukrainian refugee children into their school systems and hiring out-of-work parents. Trump stated that he would end the conflict within 24 hours if he were president. And we know for a fact that Trump is very capable of befriending hostile leaders, like the way he handled the conflict with North Korea. Even though no deal was agreed upon, we know that Trump is willing to find comprehensive solutions for issues. Another thing we can see from his recent interview, Trump does not seem to have a preference over which country he is supporting in Eastern Europe.
Do you want Ukraine to win this war?
I don't think in terms of winning and losing. I think in terms of getting it settled so we stop killing all these people.
Instead, he expressed very thoroughly that he wants people to stop dying in the war, and that ending this conflict is not a matter of who is winning or losing. However, Trump expressed his disappointment by pointing out that the United States has spent more time and money supporting the Ukrainians than the European Union did. Well, does he have a point? Even though this conflict has had tragic consequences, causing significant loss of life and uncertainty about the future, the United States has been involved in supporting Ukraine, even though the conflict is far from American shores. While some might argue that the U.S. has no obligation to intervene in a conflict that doesn't directly affect it. On the other hand, NATO turns up the heat on Putin by enforcing strict sanctions on Russia, which constricts their financial support for their own war. It's highly unlikely that Putin will forget all the sanctions and obstacles done to his nation and stop simply because Trump asked him to. However, finding a peaceful solution to the problem won't happen right away. Because of the profound ideological foundations of the war, which are caused by Ukraine looking to shape its own identity and closer ties with Europe, while Russia sees Ukraine as a crucial part of its own identity due to its colonial past. The resolution of this will require patience and consistent efforts from all parties. Trump may have indicated a willingness for a resolution, but ultimately, Russia's and Ukraine's leaders must decide how it will end. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to our channel for more content like this in the future.